Hello and welcome to the podcast, episode 5. Today, my guest is singer and actress Mikaily Williams. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Just before we start, I'd love for you to tell your pronouns to the audience. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Obviously, I'm Kat. I use she, her.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Mikaily Williams. I'm she, her. I'm a singer, actress. I do a little bit of dancing, of course, too. Um, so awkward.
It's fine.
Okay.
This happens a lot. It's because a lot of people, it's like the first time podcasting. I'm just glad to bring it to the community.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I wanted to bring Mikaily on because she's obviously incredibly influential to the doll community. Her posts are beautiful, her music is beautiful, her acting is amazing, and I just want to, get to know what goes on behind the scenes, any secrets you have. Obviously, nothing too deep, nothing too personal, because I know not everyone wants to share that much, but
Yeah.
let's start with The Little Mermaid.
Oh my
I'd love to know
goodness.
what that was like, what filming that was like. How did that go for you? Any behind the scenes secrets or
Oh my.
funny moments?
Wow. First of all, I just want to say it was a dream come true to do this, to do The Little Mermaid, and um I kind of was asked to do it, and they're like, well, we kind of want you to wear a red hair wig. And I'm like, did you know I'm a natural redhead? And they're like, what? and, I'm like, yeah, I can just take the hair dye out and boom, there you go. I think I just have to draw on freckles, though, because, they thought,
Hmm.
oh, it'd be cute if, because we're bringing the Little Mermaid to life, we thought it'd be an actual redhead and, maybe some freckles here and there, but you can barely see it. We did a lot of green screen. Of course, you
Hmm.
can obviously tell, but it was still so cool. And I guess the weird thing was like, because the producers and all that, the crew, they were working with what they had, and they didn't have the right fish for flounders. So I'm like, he's a goldfish. And they're like, yeah, we're getting to that. We're going to change him into a merboy just randomly. And I'm like, just randomly. They're like, yeah.
Hmm.
And I'm like, oh, okay. That works. I'm just,
Creative liberties.
yeah, work with what you
And
got. I like it.
mm, the work you did was amazing, and I'd love to know if there's anything that happened on set that wasn't filmed, any pranks that you and your castmates pulled on each other or anything.
um, pranks. I don't know. I mean, I did put goldfish in some of my crew members' dressing rooms, put goldfish in anything that held water. So their glass of water, the sink, not the toilet. I wouldn't put it in the toilet, but just for
Obviously not, because we don't want to.
yeah, I don't want to flush them. I want to keep them, but I did get pulled in a wagon with my mermaid tail. That was fun.
That must have been really just you got to be a mermaid for a whole, I don't know how long it takes to film, month or more.
To film.
Yeah.
Well, this kind of took, let me see. I started filming in August. It ended in December. I guess about 4 months. Wait. Yeah, 4 months. It took 4 months
Yeah.
to film. It was so fun, though.
Mm.
I had to put it back up on YouTube, and that was great. Because
It must have been so fun.
yeah.
Okay. So obviously you're an amazing actress, and I am such a big fan of just what you do. Um, but also you are a singer, and I'd love to know how you got into the music industry. Like what brought you there?
Oh wow. Um, so I was a fan page for who was it? Serena Golden. She's not on anymore, but she was a friend of Tiff the Barbies. If you know Tiff the Barbie,
Yeah,
also love
I
Tiff.
know Sir Tiftopi.
Yeah. Um, and
She's the inspiration to why I'm even here in the first place.
right, I was like, where did she come from? I was like, it was so cool. I didn't know like dolls could be on Instagram too. But anyway, I well, first it was my dad because he was a singer too, and he got a Grammy nominated, but didn't win any Grammys. Not yet, but um,
Soon, who knows?
yeah, who knows? Sometime in the future. Um, but one day, I went to a Phoebe Jones concert, and it was for her, I think, the Death of Me tour. Um,
Mm.
and I met her, and she was talking to the audience. She came to me, and she was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I said Mikaily, and she's like, "Wait, how do you pronounce that?" Because my name is such a unique name, and
Mm.
so I was like, Mikaily, just spell it out. So
I get that with my surname a lot.
yeah,
Like you read and you think, oh, that's fashion. But it's like, no, it's Fasion. It's been said like that for like generations. It's stupid that it's spelt exactly like fashion is.
yeah.
Um, yeah. What was your first album and like how do you think that you've like evolved since then?
So my first one, it was a self-titled album called Mikaily Williams, and oh gosh, it was like a mix of like bluegrass and pop. I was like, what was I thinking? I gotta pick a genre, because like I mean Kelly Clarkson, she's done lots of genres, and so has Nicki, but Nicki
Mm.
Minaj hasn't done like bluegrass. But I was like, I I need to pick, like a genre I'm gonna stick with. So I chose like pop, um, tropical house, EDM, and then came my second album, which I feel like my second album, Tropical Storm, was more successful than my first album, which I don't mind. I mean, I like my second album too.
Mm.
So,
But yeah, and I definitely think like as you've grown with your like sound has matured
yeah.
in a way because you've gotten like older, you've found what you are in like music senses, which is pretty awesome.
Right? I'm just like, I feel like, I mean, I'm still kind of new, not not like new, like a newbie, but
Mm.
just I like my sound, and I know I've been Grammy nominated like my father, and it's okay if I don't win an award. The important thing is I'm okay with my music, like I'm perfect with my sound. And
Mm.
when it my fourth album, When It Rains, is kind of a dark album, dark emotional album, and
Hmm.
Phoebe actually helped me like uncover my deepest emotions, that's even the ones that are buried that I don't even want to talk about.
Yeah, and I mean Phoebe is like a mentor to a lot of artists on DG as I talked with her on the third episode.
Oh yeah.
Um yeah, and I mean I think it's just she has like she's been the mother, the matriarch, whatever, of so many artists on DG to make them feel at home, to make them feel like welcome.
She's
And I love that she's brought out a lot of icons. She's like helped you find your feet, helped Chelsea find her feet, helped even her best friend Alexa find her feet. I think it's just, it's amazing. And that's like the kind of thing that you aspire to do in your future. Obviously, I'm only 20, but as I get older, I'd love to,
Yeah.
get out there and be the mother, well, the metaphorical mother to a lot of like young people and tell them, hey, it's fine. It's good to be you. Because obviously,
Yeah.
I was one of the I was one of the earlier people to be like, hey, I'm gay. I have a girlfriend. This is normal. It's just like being straight and having a boyfriend
Yeah.
or anything like that. Um, okay. I'd love to know about your feed, your Instagram feed. Like you post quite often, and I think I just want to know like how do you come up with all of your photos? How do you come up with like the concepts? Uh yeah, I don't know why I was trying to keep going with that. That's literally off where it stopped.
No, you're good. I don't know. I try to come up with a good feed, and like sometimes I have an idea of what I want to post. Sometimes I have no clue, and sometimes they just, I don't know. It just becomes iconic to other people. Like that's iconic. I'm like, I don't know what I did, but okay, thanks. um, my recent photos. I guess for Elle magazine. Yeah,
Mm,
I don't know, like it kind of looks like fall, but like the colors, I don't know, like the top that I had just kind of reminds me of Cinderella, and it's
mm,
like this is pretty. That was kind of random, but when I started my new era for my fifth album, I had an
mm-hmm,
idea like for a while, like I guess before I released my singles, like 2 or 3 months, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be like the sister album of Tropical Storm. Although I don't know, you know, the name yet. I mean, it will be
mm-hmm.
revealed, but like sometime. I know what I want.
We'll patiently. Mm. Okay, keep going. I interrupted you. I'm so
Oh,
bad at interviewing because I always interrupt. I'm so
oh no,
sorry.
you're good. I'm sorry. Um, so for this one, like for the first single, Not My Baby, I know I wanted palm trees and something
Mm,
pink. I don't think I've done a lot of pink for my singles, so I was like, let's throw pink in there. And then some gold. I know for sure I did not have a lot of gold anything in my singles or albums, and I was like, I need to wear something gold, and oh my gosh, the music video, I felt like I didn't film that. I felt like Chelsea Lanks filmed it for me. I was like, what the what? That was
and I love, yeah, I love the dress that you're wearing in the album in the single cover.
oh,
It's so feels like you've got like angel wings wrapped around you. It's just so cool. I'm just fangirling right now. I'm so sorry.
okay. Thank you. I mean, it's not something I normally wear, but I was just this me stepping out of the comfort zone, but also it's still me. Like it still has a bit of Mikaily in it. Tropical Mikaily. Something new. Whoa, if that makes sense.
It does. It
Okay.
does. I'm trying to like think of something. I feel like I'm just too starstruck to even think of what I was gonna
Oh
say in the
my
first place.
god.
Um, obviously, it's fall.
Yeah.
It's coming to Halloween season. Is there anything special that you're going to be doing for the spooky month? I know quite a few artists like Avery India and so on are like releasing Halloween singles, Halloween albums. What kind of stuff do you have planned? Like parties, whatever.
Hmm. I know for sure I'll be going to parties. um,
Mm,
I know there's like probably two more singles coming out, maybe two more music videos. I don't know, cause where I am, it's probably gonna snow in like a month, and just whatever tropical theme music video I have in mind, I want to film before it snows, because I've been filming
mm.
outside more, but yeah, gosh, um, I like, I guess I'll be dressing up my dog Barney.
Oh, I'd love to hear more about your dog. I'm a dog person. I say that I own a cat, but like at heart, I am a dog person. My name is Cat, and I am a dog person. Hello. I grew up with dogs. When I started my Instagram, we had two foster dogs, one named Taffy and one named Snowball,
Oh,
and they eventually did get adopted, and our house felt really empty without them.
oh,
So that's when our family got my well, he's at my parents' house, but his name is Bob. Bob Lexenberg. He's a little West Highland Terrier,
oh.
and he's so
That
sweet.
is.
And he's getting old. He's getting old, but I love him. Yeah, tell me about your dog.
Oh my gosh, Barney. I guess I've had him since I was like 17 or 18. Yeah, 18.
Mm.
It was like a month I got engaged before, or I'm sorry, a month before I got engaged to Andrew. Andrew got me the dog. He's like, he was
Aw.
like, I remember you talked about having a white dog because of your grandparents. And so I got you a white dog. I don't know his name, so I thought you can name him, and I'm like, Barney.
That's so
He's
sweet. Is there like a sentimental value to you naming him Barney, or is that just like, oh, he just looks like a Barney? I want to squish
I
his
want to
cheeks.
squish his cheeks. Oh my gosh. He was named after my grandparents' old dog, Barney. He was also a white dog, but a little bit of a different breed than what Barney is. Um,
Mm.
he, um, he died when I was 10. And so I was like, that was my best
Oh.
friend. He cuddled me whenever I came over. And this
Hmm.
Barney, my Barney, he does that too. He cuddles with me and he's also very playful. Like,
It's odd when you move from a dog to a cat because Cheeto is so much more distant. It's like I don't own the dog anymore.
Cheeto's your cat's name?
Yeah, we named him that because when he we had a jar of like Cheeto Puffs on our kitchen counter, and the moment he came into our house, well, into our apartment, I don't live in a house, he literally jumped onto the counter and knocked over the jar. Luckily, nothing was broken,
Oh my gosh.
but we just had to make Cheeto after that.
Poor Cheeto.
But it's lovely. There are a lot of, I mean, when we could still have friends over, obviously before the pandemic, um, my friends they would ask us for Cheetos because we are notorious for having cheese puffs in our home because I just love them for no other reason than they are my childhood.
Yeah.
They always they're like, "Hey, cat, can I have a Cheeto?" And then I pass them the
Pass
cat,
them the cat.
and then they wait for a second, and then they're like, "Cat, seriously, I'm hungry. Give me a snack."
I would like a snack now.
It's difficult when you're I've got two hats on my head in my friend group. I'm either the mom friend or the dad friend because I make dad jokes, but I also care for them a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think you have like a title between your friends? I don't like you have obviously I don't are you're good friends with Arya, right?
Yeah.
Wolf? Arya Wolf? I think. Yes. Yeah. I'd love to know about your friendship with her. Like
Um,
what's that like? How have you been how have you been together?
how did we what?
Like, how did you meet and stuff? And I love just how long have you known each other for?
Um, oh gosh. I've known her since she was 14 and I was 17. So I had just released my album. And I mean,
Mm,
before my YouTube channel was, um, I took down my YouTube channel because I didn't know if like the stuff I was putting was okay, but it was okay. So I started again. But
mm,
I had a show called Life, and she was supposed to play. She was actually a character named Katie, and she was another princess, like
Mm-hmm.
another mermaid princess. And I found her starfish, and I beat up a shark. It's like, and so we became friends, and she's so sweet and amazing, and um her family life is kind of um I don't know, with her parents it's kind of weird, and she's open with me about it, and like she's okay with talking about it with me, but she doesn't open a lot about it, I guess, to other people, because she doesn't want to make it seem like, oh, woe is me, but she's like, I'm fine, but sometimes I
Yeah,
need a vent. So
I get that a lot. I mean, obviously, as a mom friend, I'm gonna keep calling myself that until they tell me to stop. I do get like a lot of my friends coming to me and they're like, "Hey, something's going on at home. Can you just like be on a call with me?" And I just want to talk. And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I've always felt like, I mean, I'm studying psychology because I want to become a therapist just so that I can understand my friends a little bit
oh
better, and I like help make the world a little bit better. And I feel like it starts with letting your friends vent to you and listening because, a good listener is always like a good friend, a good therapist,
yeah,
hopefully.
it's totally understandable. Like I'm usually good at being the listening ear, and I don't know if I help people with my advice. I try to give good advice. I'm like, so so this is what I would do if I were you, but that's just me, you know?
Mm. It's always like, take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm not a
Yeah, I'm
professional.
sorry. I don't have the what I almost said a koala joke. Oh my gosh. Qualifications.
Qualifications.
Like, no, the puns are getting to me. I'm a sucker for puns. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
me too. I named my cat after a snack.
Cheeto. The cheetah's cute.
He is. He nags me. I mean, he's quite a quiet boy. I think that just comes from growing up in the streets. Because we fostered him from the San Francisco. No, yeah, the SFPCA Pets, whatever. So I don't remember the acronym. Either way, we adopted him from a shelter, and he was a stray. He was an orange tabby, and I think like he was always quiet because he wasn't always good at like warming up to
Yeah.
people. Um, but for some reason he clinged on to myself and Maria, and I felt like he chose us more than we chose him.
Oh.
We did. We found him very cute, and I mean, like there were other cats. There was a little black one who I wish we could have taken in, but we didn't know if our apartment would like even allow us to have more than
Yeah.
one cat.
Oh.
Um,
What if it's
but I'm so glad we chose Cheeto because he's my son.
Oh. Oh, it's so meant to be. I was like,
It's
yeah.
really cute.
I definitely feel that with like me and Barney. I'm just like, it's meant to be
Mm.
my little snuggle boo. I'm such a dork.
Um, that's totally fine. I mean, I this is a safe place for any goofy behavior because I am an
I
enabler
stand.
of goofy behavior. Um, anyway, we've got like 5-ish minutes left of the podcast. I'd love to, just like know what you've been doing to keep yourself like sane and healthy, and whilst we're all stuck inside. Some more than others because I know it's like lesser in certain places in the world. But I just love to know like have you been doing like baking, yoga, writing, just like helps you clear your mind and help you like stay in there, I guess.
Just staying calm. So I um so sometimes I go over to Aria's house, and she has her cat, her gray cat. Yeah.
Oh.
he likes to go outside, and it's sweet. And so we just kind of go into the backyard and we kind of play with Travis in the backyard. That's his name.
Mm.
And I guess when I'm at home and not going to my friend's house with a mask on, I write. I do go outside in my own backyard. Play with Barney. Disney Plus is definitely a must-have. You know, for
I agree. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't paid for it officially, mainly because I am nagging off my parents' account.
Nothing wrong with that.
But it's lovely because I get to
Yeah.
watch, like, I remember when I was younger watching Aristocats on VHS
Aww,
when, you
I
know, that
love
was still a
that.
thing. And it just, I mean, I was a baby, but still.
It's okay. I put The Little Mermaid on my VHS, like, rewind almost all day. And, like, my grandparents are like, yeah,
Ran the tape out.
like, Granny, can you rewind it? And she's like, oh my gosh, child.
That always like that's why I'm always like worried about the younger generations not learning about like what is a VHS tape? What is a rotary phone? I'm always feeling like, oh,
Right.
I feel like we've let them off. They're like, oh, what is this old thing? I've only ever seen it in like old movies. Like people used it. I know when we had a power cut in my house at one point, we used a rotary phone because it didn't need that much electricity to be like
Yeah.
used as much as our like electric Wi-Fi connected home phone did. And it's weird seeing like the younger generation not understand how any of the like devices
Yeah.
used. Because I remember listening to Winnie the Pooh on cassette before bed, you
And the
know.
Barbie.
That was what I was
Yeah,
like
then
as
the
a child.
Barbie movies. Oh my gosh, when I.
What
What?
was your favorite?
My.
I'd love to know. What was your favorite?
For the
I'd love to
Barbie
know.
movies? Oh
Yeah.
gosh. I guess my very first favorite would have to be Barbie and the Nutcracker. Like,
That's a favorite for a
yeah,
lot of
like
people.
I, I mean, it's not her first movie because there was Barbie and the Rockers. I believe that was made in like the 70s or 80s. Um,
Mm.
and gosh, I also like Princess and the Pauper and oh my gosh, Swan Lake. I love Swan Lake by Barbie. It's
Mm.
so I love the dress, I love the story and the music. I'm just like, yes, Barbie.
My favorite was always Barbie and A Christmas
Oh,
Carol. I don't know why. I think it's like the English major in me being like,
hello.
hello, Dickens. Anyway, um, we're reaching the end. So before we do end, I'd love to just have for you to plug your social media, obviously your Instagram, if you have like any other accounts that you want people to check out, like your YouTube. Just say them now. I will put them into the episode
Oh, okay.
description.
So my Instagram is Mikaily.Williams. And there's also Nightfall Dolls for the Instagram and YouTube if you want to check that out. I'm also on the Real Princesses of Disney as a redhead. So you want to see me be a redhead again? Go ahead.
Mm.
Oh my.
All right. So if that's everything, I'm gonna end this podcast off like I do my
Sweet.
vlogs, which is I love your faces, and I will see
Oh,
you later.
oh,
Goodbye.
that was cute. I like that. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and follow the accounts that will be linked in the description of this episode. And I will see you next Monday.